everyone, my name is Jasmine, and today my presentation is about May 13 incident in Malaysia. Today I want to divide my presentation into 4 parts. First is a brief introduction to Malaysia, and second is about the incident. And then I will analyze the causes and the effect. Now let me begin the first part. We all know that Malaysia is a federal constitutional monarchy located in Southeast Asia. It consists of 13 states and 3 federal territories. The country is multi-ethnic and multicultural, which plays a large role in its politics. About half the population is ethnically Malay, with large minorities of Malaysian Chinese, Malaysian Indians, and indigenous peoples. This is an important factor which will affect our incident. And second, a brief introduction to the incident. We know, so what happened in May 13 in 1969? The May 13, 1969 incident refers to the Sino-Malay sectarian violence in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The riot occurred in the aftermath of the 1969 Malaysian general election, when opposition parties made gains at the expense of the ruling coalition. The Alliance Party official reports put the numbers of deaths due to the riots at 196. Although Western diplomatic sources at the time suggested a total of close to 600, with most of the victims Chinese. So what causes this situation? I want to divide the causes into 2 parts. First is the direct cause, and second is the historical cause. So what is the direct cause? I think in the 1969 election, the governing coalition, the Alliance Party, faced a strong challenge from the opposition parties. In particular, the 2 newly formed and mainly Chinese parties, DAP and PG. The election was preceded by outbreaks of racial incidents that contributed to a tense atmosphere. A Malay political worker was killed by a Chinese gang in Penang, while a Chinese youth was shot and killed by police in Kuala Lumpur. And what about the historical causes? I think that is the country, however, suffered from a sharp division of wealth between the Chinese, who dominated most urban areas and were perceived to be in control of a large portion of the country's economic, and the Malay, who were generally poor and more rural. And in my opinion, I think it was bound to happen and was waiting to happen. Much of the underlying causes could have been resolved early, and some of the symptoms could have been hidden to make the progress before it conflagrated. And how it and its people have been affected. I think the immediate effects are that the government ordered an immediate curfew throughout the state of Selangor. Over 300 Chinese families were moved to refugee centers at the Merdeka Stadium and Shenam settlement. On 14 and 16 May, a state of emergency and accompanying curfew were declared throughout the country. On 16 May, the National Operations Council, which simple court NOC was established. And what about the further effect that the event is significant in Malaysian politics as it led to the resignation of the first crime and eventually resulted in a change in government policy that would favor Malays by the implementation of the new economic policy. I agree that Malaysians should also treat May 13 as a lasting reminder of the danger of disregarding the monarchical constitution and of playing about with the sensitivities, customs, and traditions of the country's various ethnic groups. Thank you for your listening, and this is my reference.